Well, thank you for the invite, Lord Skull.
And like he gestures the food. There are fine charcuterie boards. There is meat. There is plenty of fine wine, spirits, and
just
beer.
Crackers, thank you. And maybe a mouse.
Where's the trash?
Oh God, we're the worst.
Show me the fucking garbage.
You see one soldier takes a plate of mashed potatoes and like a little bit of meat and like mishes it with his hands and puts a crumpled piece of paper in it.
Puts a little bit of plastic garnish.
Well, look at that garnish.
Is this to your liking, sir?
Oh, God. Your character is the
please.
one that definitely chews with his mouth open.
Screaming the whole while I do.
You asked our business here, did you?
Yes, I did.
Well, we've been, touring the countryside, kind of looking for employment here and there, and I am a chronicler of the world, as it seems. I like to chronicle famous people, and honestly, an invite here is kind of a dream come true, Lord Scowl.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the three of you just searching for information to write books? Is that accurate?
Well, me and my friend Jack here are a bunch. We just like to ask questions and see how the world works in every corner of this great kingdom, countryside, woodlands, and Oppo is also with us.
Poe doesn't respond to anything because he doesn't want to respond to any of this. just like have an uneaten apple core that was on somebody else's plate. I just go.
The whole thing. so crunchy.
But yeah, I don't respond. I just go with whatever Orson says. Because I don't want to be here. Poe does not like the Marquis deCat. I actually have notoriety against them.
So the way notoriety works, you have notoriety against them, but it doesn't actually have a mechanical influence until you hit a level.
Yeah.
So they don't think ill of you at all. Like no one knows who you are.
Yeah, but I don't like them.
Yes, just mechanically clarifying. Well, if you were looking to write, I suppose you are going to stay here for a period of time. If that's all you desire.
Yep, just chroniclers of the world. How long have you been in this part of the countryside, Mr. Scowl? Lord Scowl? Lord Scowl.
It's been about 3.5 years now.
3.5 years. Do I know of anything that happened 3.5 years ago that would be like, oh, interesting?
Well, you know that's around when the Marquis deCat took over. He was probably the first one installed in this place once
the
battle
he's been here
won.
since the beginning.
Yeah.
So you've been here since the beginning.
I have. Yes, I was. I fought in the battle to take over Coolclaw and was
Who did they
installed
fight?
here. The remnants of the area that we're trying to hold on.
Oof. Yeah. Hold on. Let me have a good reaction to that. I never liked the area. I know I look it, but we had differences of opinion, if you ask me. How do you like it in this mining town? Big fan of Foxsteel?
Roll a persuade just to see how. Yeah, one of you roll a persuade. But you got an 8, which isn't bad. What was your question exactly?
My question was if he likes this part of the world in Foxsteel.
Foxsteel is a lucrative export of this mine and is a very high quality steel, as you know.
How much annually would you say these mines yield?
I'm not
A good amount?
I don't have. I mean, they do
profitable enough to feed everybody.
Well, yeah. As you say that, he tenses up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to say Jack notices that, or
I'm going to say
maybe
Poe notices that.
and
Because
maybe
that's
we all
exactly what Poe's looking for.
He doesn't
We
hide
all
it
know.
very well.
Okay, so we all notice.
Yeah.
But you guys don't know why that's important. I do, because I'm the one that noticed the papers in the beginning.
I mean, I know why that's important because I know the Marquis deCat overworks and ruins people's lives.
Okay.
It's like my whole stige, which is why I don't like them.
But I know specifically why I asked it and why I know this reaction is.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Yeah, pause for a moment.
Puts enough bread on the table.
Well, it has been very lucrative for the Marquis. I know we export a lot, but the harvest hasn't been great this past year, and unfortunately, the Marquis said they were going to send plenty of supplies and rations that haven't arrived, and I'm not sure what happened or where they are, and I haven't received communication back, but the food stores run fairly dry.
Can I, really quick, while they're talking about food, after mentioning that food has been a problem, can I use sleight of hand to put a bunch of the food in my pockets?
Sure, roll it.
Okay, what do I do? Because it says it's a roguish feat, sleight of hand.
It's one you have, right?
Yeah.
I believe it's cunning then. I can double check.
Okay, I was about to say, it doesn't do anything when I hover over.
I think roguish feats are cunning.
Oh, they're always just cunning?
I think they're all cunning.
Do I risk it with the roll 20, or do I roll 2 real dice? I think I'm going to try rolling 2 real dice. I'm going to pick 2 other real dice. What's cunning? Okay, I did get a 7. So, not terrible, but not great.
A mixed success. That was sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, wait, do I get any other bonuses for sleight of hand then? Because that was just my base 2d6 plus cunning.
No, it's just that you have it. If you have it...
Oh, I just couldn't do it if it was...
Oh, it's roll with finesse, actually. I'm sorry.
Oh, finesse.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a -1 then. It would have been a 6.
Yeah, that's unless someone wants to help you and notices and wants to roll get exhaustion. Does anyone feel like trying to help him steal stuff?
I'm stealing food so I could use it as a currency.
Jack, you might want to cover for your guy, so he doesn't get it.
You don't have to, Jack. It's your last. If you don't have to spend another exhaustion, it's up to you.
I've already used exhaustion today, so no.
Okay. You see the same waiter that gave you trash comes to the soldier gave you trash, so I can give you perhaps a to-go box if you are so inclined.
Yeah.
Do we notice?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Do we notice anything on Lord Scowl's face as this happens? Like, is he actually sweating a little bit because, like, they don't want to drop how desperate things are type thing?
He looks stressed. He doesn't look like he's sweating. He looks stressed, I would say.
I want to ask him if there's a way we can help the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks at you and looks really. Yes, I was hoping you, as a group of Vagabonds, if you were willing to extend your services, I would be happy to pay.
Journalist services, yes. No, I'm joking. What do you have in mind, Lord Scowl?
We need rations and supplies here. We will run out much sooner than later, and we barely have enough to feed everyone. If you could find perhaps what happened to the ones that were supposed to come here, or, that's secondary to just getting more, however you are able to achieve that.
Any news on where we might find where they should be?
They were en route from Fort Relina. It's a clearing a little bit north.
Fort Relina?
Relina.
You have a map.
What?
Oh yeah, and he has a map of the.
Do you know?
Yeah, he pulls out. I mean, I don't personally, but I will get you guys one. He pulls out a map of this woodland, a fairly substantial one, and it has a lot of clearings listed. It's about it is pretty much the next clearing up. There is a lot of woodlands between now here and there, but it's maybe a 3-day trek to.
Do you mind if I do something really quick?
Go ahead.
We're talking about no food being around, and yet there seems to be decently amount of food in this room.
Sure.
Can I roll figure someone out to see if this is only a problem for the Marquis and they don't care about the people in town?
Roll to figure someone out.
Do I have to? Let's see, that's charm. Okay. Oh, that's so good. That's a 10 because it's +2.
Nice. So you can
dodge for once.
Yeah, you can ask any of those questions if you want.
I guess is your character telling the truth? Because what I'm seeing is there seems to be a banquet of food here that they were readily able to provide for guests. But he's talking about how, there isn't enough food to feed everybody.
Yeah.
And it just seems to me, as Possum of the Woodland Alliance, that, like, this guy is basically just trying to cover his own people's ass and not trying to cover the people who are actually doing the work for him. So is he telling the truth that, is it a food problem, or is it the Marquis deCat want too much food?
If you spend 2 of your holds, I will give you a decent amount of information. Or you can just use 1, you'll get a little bit.
Yeah, I'll do that. Because that's all I really want to know.
Okay. What you gather, especially, he does seem reserved in his talking Lord Scowl. But you notice that it isn't like anyone else is sitting out to do this dinner with you guys. You notice that there haven't been a lot of vagabonds in the area, and this does seem like a serious issue. So you kind of get the impression that the food isn't that they're being extremely, like, they're all very well fed. Actually, you see probably a couple of the other soldiers looking, like, staring at the food. You catch their eyes as this is happening. You more gather that this is a ploy to try to garner favor with what few people have showed up.
So it's not like a greed thing necessarily, or it might be.
It's you don't have a clear answer that it is or isn't. That's what you get from gauging the room and the reactions of the people. I would say.
Yeah.
You can ask. I mean, you still have 1 more hold. If you want a light hold, you can ask specifically.
What is your character? How can I get your character to make sure he's feeding everyone? I guess.
Sure.
I guess. What is your character really feeling?
Okay. Are you going to ask that, or are you just trying to gauge it?
Just trying to gauge it.
Yeah. You get the impression, I think, that, like, from what you've seen in town up until now, and from gauging on, like, talking to this person, what you gather is that this Lord Scowl is taking serious issue with what's happening. There is a food shortage, and it is going to be a problem. You get that full out. You gather the impression probably that, like, he's probably going to feed his soldiers before he feeds civilians, but it's not that he's not just, the soldiers don't have a bunch of lavish meals, because several of them are looking at you with envy.
Okay, but that's a good enough for what I wanted to know. Yeah. Is that he would prioritize his people over the people who work for him, like, as in the normal non-Marquis, the civilians, and stuff like that. So I'm gauging all this while I'm just like just a loose string of onion. Just staring with my eyes and like very thoughtful possum.
Other two, anything?
No, I think this sounds like a good angle.
Wait, did we ask what we get in return?
Yeah, what do you have in mind as payment?
Well, I have, if it so interests you, we have plenty of Foxsteel here.
Foxsteel is very valuable. It's worth a lot of coin.
We have coin as well. I could pay you all fairly handsomely, and you would be in the debt of the Marquis deCat. You gain you gain some reputation with us for doing us this soft favor.
We're gonna gain some reputation, all right.
I don't think Opo's morals are aligned with me, Jack.
Not with the Marquis.
I think. What do you think, Jack? You think we should help this fine lord with his problems?
Yeah, I think we should help the town.
You got a deal there, Mr. Sky. Don't ask Opo.
Jack, I think we should help the town.
You got a deal, Lord. Put her there, Lord. We'll go find your stuff.
Appreciate it. And that the town of Coolclaw Mine will thank you as well.
Yes, they will.
You all feel free to eat and drink here until you grow full. You're welcome. There are some beds. You're welcome to sleep in here. Otherwise, stay wherever you'd like.
We were gonna stay in the tavern.
Did I get my to-go box?
Yeah, you have a little, like...
I like how that went from I was trying to be sneaky to that's actually better.
I hope the to-go box is just a garbage bag.
Yeah.
It's basically just like a burlap sack with all, knowing how...
it's very important. So I did fail that roll. Is it garbage? Just in a sack.
It's the same way. It's a bunch of the food mashed together with like pieces of paper inside.
Okay, so it's not great. Because what I wanted out of that was food that I could feed to people in town to maybe convince them to join our cause.
It's edible. It's more food than garbage.
Yeah, but it's not what it's not as appealing as a currency for favors as like maybe sneaking some real food out.
Yeah.
Well, we got a job, boys. Looks like we got to find more answers as usual, Jack.
Oh, we'll find them.
We'll find them. Thank you for your time, Lord Scowl. We hop off.
A formal bow as you all leave the fort.
I say we. So, what do you think, guys? What do you think?
I think that guy's a real pit.
Wow.
We're saying we didn't even leave the room yet. Not just kidding. No, I'm assuming we're like out of the castle by this point.
Yeah. You'd wait till
we're going back to the tavern.
Yeah. I don't like him as far as I can throw him, and I suck at throwing.
I don't know. I got a pretty good judgment of character. I think he's in a tight spot.
Yeah, but
I don't like the Marquis myself, but because of what they did to the Erie Dynasty. But honestly, this guy's in a tight spot, and his town's in a tight spot, and I think there's something going on here that's a little deeper than your racism.
It's not racism. He's terrible. His name's Lord Cowl.
Let's see, Lord Cowl. I forgot that.
We gotta forget it. Stopping food here. It could be those weird lizards.
Oh yeah, it's always we've been down this flight path before, haven't we, Jack? Damn lizard cults. Those slime. Hold on, let me find some good thesaurus for lizards.
Someone roll luck. Anyone?
Oh, I'll do it.
Do you have shit?
Why not?
Wow, I got a 13.
That's excellent.
Because it's a 12 plus 1.
That's very, very good. Yeah, let me see if there's like any specific bonuses.
I think I got all my bad rolls out for the first hour of us playing.
Double check. I need to break this down somewhere. See, trust and luck. Trust fate. Yeah, okay. It's basically the same, but on a turn. Yeah, okay. What you notice as you walk out, like with your sack boot, actually you notice two things. You notice after you, like, as the door is closing to the keep, to the door you guys just left, the upstairs door, you notice the, like, Lord Scowl does offer the food, like, the remaining scraps to the soldiers that are inside. You also notice that on your way out, Poe, you notice there is a soldier looking at you specifically. I will say it is obviously, all of you know this. The factions are obviously a lot of, one specific species, but not exclusively. There is like a mouse soldier there working for the Marquis deCat. There are a couple others scattered out. You do notice a bat is specifically looking at, like, taking notice of the three of you as you leave.
What? Step up! Step up, fucker! No, just kidding. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna kind of.
Do any of us notice, or is it only David?
Just Poe. It's just Poe.
He looks at me, and I look at him. I'm just like.
You're just like.
Yeah.
Just kind of like she looks at you and then breaks gaze.
Wait, hold on. I want to judge. I want to figure her out. I want to know why she's looking at me.
Okay.
I hope this is a budding romance.
Okay, this is actually. Wait, what is figure something out?
Cunning, I think, or is it charm?
Charm. Oh, that's great. So that's 7, 8, 9. That's a 9.
Not bad. It is hard to gauge. You can't really ask the one question because you're pretty far away, so most of these questions don't apply on the list.
Yeah, it's more of like a vibe check, I guess you can say.
Yeah. Curious, I would say. Curious and intrigued would be the main two things you think. It's not with malice or even a special happiness, just kind of curiosity, I would say.
What is it? Oh.
That man over there is looking at me, and I think I feel a kinship.
Turn my head all the way around.
Yeah. Don't look. Turn your head back.
Doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work. It only goes one way.
Stop looking.
It's one way. It's like a screw.
I'm basically gonna nod at her.
Okay. She nods back.
Onion.
Onion on my cheek.
A little gravy soaks out of your bag.
Dripping on the floor.
Yeah, just to take note.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
She nods back.
Maybe that'll come back later. Yeah.
Okay. And the three of you head back to the Hoppling Frog.
Mm-hmm.
To stay up all night because I am a nocturnal creature. And
Yeah,
there's no reason for me to go to
So
bed.
hungry.
Yeah. For this world, everyone has similar
I'm
sleep cycles.
kidding.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
it'd be
we're
lost.
all. That'd be so fun. But yeah,
Party
I
only
guess,
operates at one time, half party the other time.
well, do I want to go immediately to bed? Probably. What time is it?
Now it's closer early. It's early night, I'd say, like maybe 9 p.m., 10 p.m.
I still want to. Okay, so we're going to the tavern, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm assuming there's some people who have gotten off of. Well, okay, are there people who have just gotten off of work that are normal townsfolk that are celebrating at the tavern?
No, actually, the tavern is fairly dead as you guys enter. There is the two mice are now on the same couch, kind of cuddling, and they look they look fairly drunk.
They see me and I see them.
You hop on the couch.
No.
But they are the only ones left. You see, Mala is cleaning the counter, but everyone else seems to have deserted.
I don't want to sit at the counter or anything, but I just notice how empty it is, and I just go, normally this empty at night?
Unfortunately, there's people come here for food, and there's not a lot on the menu right now. I mean, a couple drinks will get you farther than it used to, but no, we've had a lot less business.
Are there any soldiers in the tavern right now?
No, like I said, it's just the two mice and Matla. It's pretty dead.
Sneak up to the bar and sit at the bar and just go, okay, wait. Now that it's just us. Is there, the food problems? We've heard about them.
Roll a persuade and then peace.
Persuade. That's charm, I'm sure.
Yep.
That's an 8 plus 2 is 10.
That's very good, yeah. She kind of like pulls you. I mean, there's not anyone there. She sits you purposely farther away from the mice, even though the mice are clearly nowhere in this conversation. You probably can't even hear you.
They know, though.
Yeah, things here haven't been great. Food's been running more and more scarce, and I don't know what's going to happen.
Would you say that the Marquis are hoarding too much food?
I think the people here don't have enough. Some barely have any, and I think things were running a lot smoother when the Aerie was in charge.
So you're saying the Marquis could stand to give more food to the people than they tend to use for themselves? When food is in supply, at least.
I suspect that to be the case, yeah.
I did. Poe kind of looks to Ack and Urson. And then he like kind of makes like he thinks is a sly move, like a sly look at both of you, but it's really just. And then he looks back at the bartender.
What is
goes,
it?
What if I were to tell you that Lord Cowell has sent us on a mission to get more reserves? However, what if we can make this work in everyone's favor? We get Lord Cowell what he wants us to get, but maybe we somehow make it work better in your favor and the people's favor.
How do you intend to do that?
Oh, I don't know. There's a few ways we could go about it. We could, maybe we can say one of the rations went missing, or maybe we could say, maybe we could, I don't know, overthrow the government, but...
Our friend here has had a lot to say.
But, I don't know, I'm just, if you have any ideas or any people we could talk to about such a situation, you know what we're doing.
She pulls definitely you in close, like to where she's barely at a whisper. I think that's something you could achieve. I think that would be great.
Is there anyone in town who shares similar sentiments? This is Poe whispering.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like an Is there? Do you have an organization, or just you?
I've tried over the last year or so, but very few seem interested. My husband will back me.
How about this? While we're away doing Lord Kyle's stupid job, you see if you can get as many people together as you can. And just to let you know, I pull my bag of garbage. There's more than this in it for you if you're game for it.
He kind of winces.
I'd kind of like pull the pieces out of it that are good. It's still not much, but
she kind of like grabs a fork and like tries
if it helps you fuel the fires of revolution, just say this is what they just gave us for free at the keep, just for showing up as strangers, complete strangers.
They gave you garbage.
They gave us some delicacy.
I feel like I love where this is going because I do feel like Oppo is wrong about all of this. Like genuinely, I feel as a player, I feel like he's got this situation totally wrong. Where he's talking to one person who does not like the Marquis deCat ruling this place, and she can't even get like support for anything.
Maybe they're scared.
He wants to throw a revolution that is not warranted, I think.
She says, I'll do my best when I'm away. I have Rufus, my husband, he'll help us, but I'll do what I can. I'll thank you for the food. I'll share it.
Wait, hold on. I pull out like it's like a piece of like I don't know what's nasty. It's just like an onion wrapped in like bad bacon. Hold on a sec. That's so good. But yeah, okay.
We can't. I mean, we don't have really money or anything to pay you with. I mean, I'm sure the people here would always remember you and thank you, but we can't offer you too much beyond that.
That's all I need, and then maybe like a little bit of Foxsteel, you know. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to take anything you're low on, but it seems like you got plenty of that to go around.
Yeah, if you are able to overtake the mines, you can offer you this.
Okay, just keep me in mind. And then I hop off of the ship. Good
night! And Poe runs up to the room.
I don't run.
Well, we're not going to go against anything he said because he did well. I just don't. I'm not buying it that this bartender is the right source, nor do I think a revolution is warranted at the current state. But I did watch all that happen, and I'm allowing it to still exist.
We're going up. Are we all going up to the room?
Well, no. Well, yeah, probably.
I want to.
You mentioned a room. I don't think you knew there was a room, by the way. I guess maybe we would talk.
You guys mentioned it. You didn't mention it at dinner.
Yeah. I want to say we're going up the stairs together, and you do mention all of your reservations if you want to do it in character.
No, I say it's a Jack.
And I agree with Orson.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like two people who have never led the revolution before.
I feel like there's a good story to be written here. We're almost the bad guy. What do you think, Jack? What do you think? I whisper to Jack. I don't want Oppo involved.
No, I definitely agree. It seems, I think Scowl actually wants us to find the rations and bring them.
I think he was named that way as a red herring. You know what a herring is, right? It's a fish. And they're liars. Those herrings are liars. Dirty liars. Anyway, I think Skal is an okay guy who sees his army first and citizens second, which is not great, but also not the end of all civilization as we know it. I know things. I've been with the Erie, and here's me being like totally candid with just Jack because he knows me well. It's like we know the aristocracy was bullshit, right? Like it was just bullshit. It was all numbers. It was all pre-planned ahead of time. You had to do things in a specific order, even if you knew it was going to fail.
It's like a conspiracy.
And look, it did fail here. I don't think the Marquis are the Saints or anything, but I don't think they're much worse than the Erie.
To be fair, just a jog of recollection, Poe isn't saying this, it's just a reminder. She did say things were run better when the Erie was in charge.
I know, I get that. I don't trust
her. You're just saying no.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, I think she she's reminiscing about a time that did not exist, or she didn't know how bad the Erie were running it. You know, where it led to this situation.
This situation would have been a lot more believable, and you'd be on my side if I didn't roll 6 4s in a row.
I think we'll see what we see when we find these when we find this caravan of characters that will all have unique names and voices and backstories that we'll get to dive into.
It's gonna be a completely wonderful cast.
And look at that! If my eyes do beseech me, down the road I see a naked mole.
Somewhere in the forest, a naked mole rat wanders closer to camp.
Yeah, you just see a naked mole rat's foot land in front of camera. The night's a little rainy.
What actually happens is similar. The three of you begin to, either discuss or, just rest as you guys fall asleep in the Hopper Frog. Outside, walking in the forest, we do see we see the feet and pants, fine silk pants, and up to a fine silk jacket with a very beautiful glitter scarf. And such clean skin. Gets to walk towards Coolclaw Mine. It's rolling tonight.
Is that Chris's character?
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh if he can't show up next week or the week after.
Yeah.
No, don't be him.
Back.
It's just he's like the X-Men after credit stingers that they never fulfill. He just constantly is alluded to and then never done anything.
I think it was that different from what I said. Also, I want to say flavor text when me and Jason go to sleep or whatever. There's just a stick with it's a perch. You just hop up on it.
And when I'm sleeping, it just looks like I'm completely dead. Like there's a fly walking around on my open eyes.